Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm just going to give it another minute just before I start. And this is a great topic for this morning because my kids are home this morning. My big kids are home this morning. So for long story short, I have 4 kiddos. I have two under 2. They'll be 2 and 3 in April. And I have 2 big kids who are usually in school, but we had some weather last night, so they are home this morning. So I'm going to do my best to get through this with minimal distractions. I've got a few exit strategies that I can kind of isolate myself if I need to, but I'm going to do my best. And here's a kind of like a little foreshadowing for the next, for this Zoom is I still showed up, right? It's been hectic. I had a little bit of extra stuff to do this morning because the big kids are home, but I still showed up. And what we're talking about today is excuses. You get excuses from your customers. You get excuses from yourself and your promoters. And that's kind of what I wanted to address today. So I'm just going to give it another minute before I start. Actually, let me just see who's in here. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, so everybody feel free to, get into your team's inboxes, your upline, your downline, your sideline, your side sisters, your, I don't know, anybody else. Let's get them in here. And I think this is going to be really good. I'm going to be really transparent today. When I signed up for this Zoom, when I sign up for these Zooms in general, a lot of the times it's keeping me accountable and it's kicking my own butt. All right, so I just want to get that out of the way really quick. So when I took this topic on today, it was so I could kind of not only share a strength of mine, but also that I could address a weakness of mine, right? And I just wanted to be relatable because I just want everyone to feel like they're understood in their struggles, if they have those struggles or know someone with those struggles. All right, so let's get started. First things first, we jumpstart every day on the right foot. The best way to have a great day is with gratitude, right? So I want you all to take a minute to just think about something over the last 24 to 48 hours, or over the weekend, because we haven't been here since Friday, just to be mindful of something that's really great that happened in your life. Be as specific as possible, right? As specific as possible, because when you are reflecting on the good, it's good for your soul, right? What you're protruding into the universe is going to come back to you. So be grateful. We're going to start this Monday with a grateful mind and heart. Feel free to put it in the comments if you want to share. I'd love to read it. But you don't have to. You can just say it in your brain. I like to use a journal because it keeps me accountable, because I have a journal. And for me, I don't necessarily do it every morning, even though it's the best way to start your day. For me, as a busy mom of 4, I like to reflect in my evenings. The days can tend to be a bit overwhelming sometimes. Again, with 4 kids, hello, even one child can make you a bit overwhelming, right? Certain stages of their lives. But for me, when I finally get them all to bed, no matter how, crazy the day has been, that's a great time for me to just kind of sit back and appreciate all the crazy hecticness, because in time, they'll be out of the nest and I won't have anything. And then I'll be bored and I'll be lonely and they'll be all off to college and making families of their own. Okay, guys, don't make me cry this morning. Okay. So for me personally, my evenings are the best time for me to reflect on gratitude. But as a rule of thumb, mornings are the best way to start your day. You could do it morning and night. Let's be honest, right? Like, there's no wrong or right way to do gratitude. It's just the exercise in itself is super beneficial to everything, to life, to your business. So I don't know if let me see if anything popped up there. All right, great. So let's get started with some team news. So it is the 21st of March. So I believe March has 31 days. Am I correct? So we have 10 more days, guys, to grab those rank advancement bonuses. 10 more days, right? So if you have been dragging your feet and you're like, too late now, too late. Sorry, I am 4K. I am building a team. I want to read that. Okay, I hope you don't mind, Desiree. I want to read that because I think that it's a beautiful what you got written there. I think that's great. Before I keep going, I am 4K. I am building a team. I am getting back into this. I am making this my career. I am badass. I am a good mother. I am a good wife. I am a good friend. You are amazing. Okay, just know that. Every one of you that jumped on here this morning, you are amazing. And sometimes we tend to kick ourselves, but just know that you showed up this morning. You are freaking awesome, okay? You are freaking awesome. All right, I am thankful. Fever of 102. Sickness hit, I'm thankful. Okay, I'm not going to read all too much of your personal stuff, but that is amazing, okay? Desiree, that is exactly how you should start your day every day. That's truly, truly amazing, right? I love that. I love that. You are badass. You know what, Desiree? She's saying she fell off at 12K, and we all have moments of weakness. But the best thing, and again, I'm going to address this today, is as long as you show up, sometimes things kick us when we're down. But every time you get kicked down, you need to scrape your way back up again and start. We can always start where we left off. Always, right? All right, so let me I am like a squirrel, okay, guys? I'm like squirrely, like bam, squirrel there, squirrel there. So I'll do my best to stay on track with you guys. So again, there's 10 days left, you guys. There's 10 days left. If you've been dragging your feet and you're like, too late now, can't do it. Let me tell you something, bam, that's an excuse. You can do it. All right. So I'm going to make a lot of solid truths here today, a lot of reality checks. Some of it might come off like a bit of a butthead, but I mean it with love and sincerity. And just know that when I'm saying this stuff, it's a reality check for myself too, you guys, 110%. So I may be like, bam, what an arse she is. Hello, I'm a newfie. That's like a newfie thing. But I mean it with my heart and soul because I truly believe that this opportunity can be for everyone. You just have to believe in yourself and believe in it and take your excuses and leave them at the door. Because to be honest, 98% of the reasons why we're not doing things in our business is an excuse. 98%. I'm confident in that number. It might even be 99. So you have 10 days left. What can you do in those 10 days? There is so much, right? Start jumping on those IPAs. What have you not been doing? What do start making a list of things to get yourself on track, you guys. But there's 10 days left. And people are grabbing, just think of your VIP 800, your VIP 1600. People do that in 2 weeks, right? In the States, it's 2 weeks. In Canada, it's 21 days. People achieve that. If they can achieve that in a short time period, what is stopping you from achieving this in 10 days? Absolutely nothing. The only thing stopping you is you. So get out of your way, show up, let's do this. All right. So also, there's a training Zoom on the 28th. If you are looking for the link for your training Zoom, it is in your office under company updates. And I highly urge you to take advantage of these Zooms. They're truly great. They're truly awesome. And it's the training Zoom, you guys. Why would you not show up and grow your knowledge, right? Why would you not show up? So again, 28th, LaBelle training Zoom. It's in your office under company updates. Last but not least, it is Thrivapalooza. Thrivapalooza. It is coming up really fast. Less than 3 weeks away, you guys. Less than 3 weeks away. So it's last time I checked, it was almost sold out. So if you haven't got your tickets, get at it. No excuses. Get at it. I haven't had the joy of attending a Thrivapalooza, but that is one of my goals. But unfortunately, this year just wasn't in the cards for me. But Thrivapalooza, I always listen to people's stories. And if you have the opportunity to attend a Thrivapalooza, do it. Do it. Please do it. And then share it. Share when you attend, then share, right? And if you can't attend, be sure to soak in everybody else's experiences. Trust me. It's super, super rewarding. You get to connect with people you may have never met before in your life, and and learn something. And who knows what they're going to give us? Who knows what's going to be dropped? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Has anyone seen like Jason Kemper's hints? I think it was Jason Kemper that was hitting it. The E. Feel free to drop in the comments what you think that might be. I love this stuff. It's so suspenseful. All right. So that's team news this morning, you guys. Again, I hope you're all having a great morning so far. So I'm going to just jump right in. I took notes. When I jumped on this topic, it was for a lesson for myself, an elixir. Ooh, an elixir. I've been kind of thinking like the peer shots were gone. So maybe it's like energy E, like a new revamped peer shot. I don't know. Maybe elixir. That's pretty good though. That could be a peer shot. All right. So when I took this topic, it really was not only for me to share, because I truly believe that like motivation and that kind of thing is something I'm really strong, one of my strengths, but one of my weaknesses is excuses. I'm awful for making excuses and allowing my excuses to control my business, my life in general, right? And so when I took this topic, I really wanted to run with it and I wanted to learn so I could share, because I believe that by me learning and teaching myself, I can teach you guys on a level that if you are struggling with this, it's relatable, right? You're not alone. And so while I'm strong in the field of motivation, sometimes I lack in the confidence and the, I guess, the excuse train. So we're hopping off the excuse train this morning. We're going to do it together, all of us. All right. So I've got notes. So I am going to be like reading off of my notes, because I took a lot of my notes off of the Dream Team page, both of them, both of the pages, which I found some really inspirational posts in there. So I did my homework for you guys, but it's going to be a lot of reality checks. All right. So please bear with me. My babies are in the next room and I'm hoping that they are going to behave. So, okay. Right off the bat, the first excuse is we're going to start with customers, okay? Now, if my 1-year-old starts, there's no stopping her. So let's hope for the best here, guys. So we're going to start with customers first, right? Customers' excuses. What are some excuses that you get from your customers, or potentials? Let's say potentials, right? What are some excuses that you get from potentials as to why they cannot thrive? Feel free to drop a couple in the comments. You know, I think the biggest one a lot of people struggle with is I can't afford it. I can't afford it, right? It's too much. Yeah, it's too much. It's too expensive. That's the big kicker, right? You know, it can be expensive. Let's be honest, right? Let's be real here. To someone who is just struggling to make ends meet, maybe it does seem like a lot, you know? But we know the value of our product, right? That's why when we use these products, we know that they're valuable. We know that it's 110% worth every single penny. Getting your life back, the experience of Thrive is worth every penny. But the problem is they don't know it yet. They don't know it yet, right? And that's where our excuse busters come in. So I found this amazing little snippet and I'm going to read it as best as I can without sounding like a complete robot. All right. So also, before I continue, how about your mini samplers? How about your samplers? So how many times how I would make a percentage? I don't know. How many times have you sent out a mini experience to somebody and they absolutely love it, but they never buy after? They love how they feel. They notice the change. They notice the need for it in their lives, but they don't continue with it after the trial. Put a 1 in the comments if you've experienced that. Put a 1 in the comments if you experienced that. Totally. And let's be honest, I would truly believe that most of the people who have tried my samples, my minis, 99% of them absolutely love their you're done. Okay, I'm gonna go up in the room. All right, so bear with me, guys. I'm just moving so I could be more quiet. 99% of the people that have tried my samples absolutely love them, right? So Why haven't they continued? Again, you're hopping into these excuses of it's too expensive or not right now. And so this is where I'm going to kind of start. We can't control what these people do, right? Okay, sorry. My hubby works overnight, so so he had a little sleep in this morning. All right, hold on. Oh my gosh, I just found cracker crumbs under my pillow. That's awful. Okay. All right, you guys. So here I am. So not everyone who loves how they feel will continue to thrive. How many samples have were loved and left behind? They may love how they feel, but at the end of the day, there's a multitude of excuses as to why they don't continue. They may have unexpected expenses pop up. Maybe they've lost their job. This is kind of the generation or the time frame that we're in right now, right? Coming back from the last couple of years. Maybe they are putting themselves second. How many people can relate to that? I know I can relate to that. Especially my friend chased me for like 2 years with this, and I was like, no, 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 because heaven forbid I spend $20 on myself for a sample to try it, but then my kids, I can spend $100 on a freaking video game for my kid and not blink an eye, right? How often do we put ourselves second, right? So like these people are putting themselves second, and then they feel guilty when they spend money on themselves, right? How silly is that? Now I look at that and think, how silly is that? How often have I poured from an empty cup, right? And in the end, everyone suffered, not just me, right? But maybe they're feeling guilty for then they put themselves second, right? Maybe some people just need to be the victim of their story. We all know people like that, that if they're not miserable, they don't have an identity. They don't feel like they have an identity. They're not being seen. Some people are just so unhappy all the time, and they become accustomed to that misery where it's unnatural to not feel it because they're no longer being seen. And we all know people like that. Let's be totally honest. Maybe they completely ghost you. Maybe they get that sample and you never hear from them again. You don't even know if they took the sample, right? And maybe they decide to try something else. Despite the fact that we are the top in the game right now, there are competitors and people will try competitors as well, right? Maybe there was something going on and they just jumped on that bandwagon as well, right? Because sometimes you have bandwagon jumpers who have no intention on sticking with anything. That's another person that's going to be in the world. It takes all kinds to make the world go around, you guys. But either way, it happens. It happens. And it's really important to remember that that is not a reflection of you. That is not a reflection of your work ethic, right? It's not, right? It's not you. It's not me. It's you, right? Hello. When you got broke up with that time back in high school, it's not me. It's not you. It's me. It's not you. It's you. Well, it's not you. It's them. When they choose to not continue with their trial, it's not you. It's them. It's not a reflection of your work ethic. It's not a sign that you're not meant for this business. It's none of that. These are things that you cannot control. And the second that you release yourself from that expectation that you can control what the world does around you, that's when you're going to give yourself some freaking peace. Let's be honest. But here's what you can control, okay? And this is the best way, in my opinion, when I did all my research last night. This is a great thing to remember for excuse busters when it comes to your customers and your promoters as well, who may be struggling right now, and your potentials. What I'm about to say is key for you right now in your business, and I want you to really pay attention because this really was exactly what I wanted to address today. So this is what you can control. You can't control what I just said, the expenses that pop up, they're losing their jobs, they're identifying with their misery, things like that. But what you can control is you can offer a sympathetic response. You can let them know how you can relate to their experience. If it's too expensive, right? You can say, I totally understand. Hey, let's get you thriving for free. Talk about that, right? Or another way to address that is, I totally understand. And I want to make sure that I don't go into that before. Yeah. So another way to go through that is when they say it's too expensive, maybe you can talk about their goals and what they hope to achieve. Because while the 3-step system that we do is unbeatable, the ideal situation for starting a Thrive in general and testing out the products, we have like so many freaking products. We have and you can pair these up, find their goals, find their budget, and adapt. Put together a little package for them. If you struggle with that, reach out, find your mentor, find your sideline, even a downline, whatever. Reach out to someone for an idea on how to take that budget and make it work for their goals. Maybe they can't grab the 4 weeks today, but they really want that detox. They don't want any caffeines. Let's get them on that balance, right? The balance on a few DFT. I don't know what it could be, whatever it is, whatever their goal is, put together a package for them. It doesn't have to be the 3 steps, but obviously that's the ideal place to start. But if it's not in their budget, adapt what is in their budget and figure that out for them. All right. So be sympathetic. Don't be, rude about it. Don't be rude, like, oh, it's an excuse, blah, blah, blah. Be sympathetic, sympathize, relate with them, right? This is what it's all about. You want to be liked, right? You want to be trusted, right? You want to be known. So relate to them. Explain how they can thrive for free and offer to help in a genuine and friendly way, you guys. We are in customer service. You are serving these customers. So if you are rude, you're already nixing yourself from their lives. They're not going to want to hear anything you have to say. Be genuine, be helpful, and make suggestions, but understand. Be understanding, right? Where am I? Continue to touch base. So the second somebody gives you an excuse, right? A no is very rarely a no. A no is a not right now. We'll call it like a nickname, right? A no is a not right now. So while right now it's too expensive, they're not ready, they're breastfeeding, they're this, they're that, soon, maybe 6 months down the road, maybe a year down the road, they'll be ready, right? So just continue to touch base with them. Continue to build that relationship. The more that you show that you genuinely give a crap about their lives, about what they're going through right now, the more they're going to trust you and like you, and then they're going to watch you more and more. You're building that relationship. Follow up until the end. Exactly, right? So continue to build. Do not count anybody out, ever, right? Because you may see a need for this person, but they may not be ready to take it, right? You may have a solution, but they may not be ready to take that solution and run with it. Not yet, right? But don't sell them out, right? If you see that need, you build that relationship, right? Continue to share your story. Continue to share, you guys. Sharing is caring. Bernie has taught us. Had a few friends watch for a year and a half before jumping in. Exactly. My aunt never spoke a word to me because I have a family that I'm not super, super close with, but I have them on Facebook. My aunt watched me for a year. We never ever discussed Thrive first or last. We've never had a discussion about Thrive. She reached out to me, I think it was about 8 or 9 months into my thriving. She reached out to me, right? So people are always watching, even when you don't realize they're watching. People are always watching. So share, right? Always continue sharing your story. Continue sharing it on authentically, not robotically, if that makes any sense, right? You want to continue sharing, focus on how your Thrive is changing, how your life is changing because of Thrive, whether it's the products themselves, the opportunity, right? The people you're meeting. How is your life being changed by Thrive? And share that. Share your life, right? Sharing is caring. And I think that's super, super important, but you need to be authentic. Good morning. You need to be authentically you. You cannot be a robot. You could take inspiration from other Thrivers, totally, but don't take it like, don't take it word for word. You need to make it your own. You need to be your own person. And that's where people will feel your vibe. Your vibe is going to attract your tribe. If you are not attracting the right people, then you need to reflect on what you're doing and how you're doing it, right? You need to be authentically you. Don't ever be ashamed of your story. Don't ever be ashamed of anything. There's nothing in your life right now that's stopping you from being successful. Your childhood, maybe you got divorced last year, maybe you got divorced this year, maybe you lost your job, or maybe you just put yourself on the back burner right now. You are you. And there are people out there that need to hear you and see you because they understand you, right? So there's no circumstance in your life that makes you not relatable, that makes you, that you need to hide. Never. Don't pretend to be anybody else, because whoever you're pretending to be is taken. You need to be yourself, right? You need to be yourself. Don't wait for the perfect time to share. I try my best to not share super negative stuff. But if I can find a way to spin some less than great circumstances that I've experienced in my life to be more motivational and inspiring and relatable, I'm going to do it. I struggled for 10 days with the awful C word. I'm not going to say it. It's like Voldemort, he who must not be named. But I struggled with that. I didn't get to do my 3 steps for that time frame because I was super, super sick. But how can I make this relatable? I'm a mom and I'm sick. I don't get a sick day. And I spun that, and I use this quite frequently in my Zooms. But I used that and I ran with it. I was miserable. It was awful. I was so sick, but I ran with it because that week my Activate was my elixir of life. Moms don't get sick days. The only thing I could drink was smoothies. So I ran with it. I continued to show up as best as I could that week. And I didn't use being sick as an excuse to lie down and suffer in silence. I made it work. I didn't complain, oh, I'm so sick all the time. Oh, this is so miserable. I'm so tired of this. No, I didn't do that. At least not out loud, not on my public wall. My boyfriend was probably sick of hearing it because I did it at home, but I didn't bring that negativity on there. I made it work. I also struggled with a lot of nasty rumors that had been created, which is awful. If you're from a small town, you may have experienced that, not maybe directly, but in general. And it was really mentally a defeating experience. So instead of making it negative, I made it inspirational. I did a live about being positive and being kind to one another. And even though I addressed a nasty situation and it's a negative situation, I made it into a positive. I made it into, like a TED Talk, to be nice to one another. And so whatever you're going through, you can share it to your comfort level. Well, let me use that loosely. Life doesn't start in the comfort zone. Love, you don't grow in a comfort zone, but there's some things that you need to pick and choose what you decide to share with the world, right? You need to be selective on who gets to hear certain things about your life, but not all negative things have to be negative, and they can make you relatable. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Did I just contradict myself? I hope not. Okay. Be bold. If you see someone struggling and you truly believe in your heart that you have the solution for them, if you see someone struggling and you truly believe that Thrive can help that person, freaking tell them. Don't second guess yourself. Don't second guess yourself, right? I had a friend of mine who was always so negative. Everything she posts is negative. She really was struggling. She was also a mom of 4, just like me. And she was really down. I believe that she was just really overwhelmed, and I got it. I totally understood. And I felt like I could help her. So I reached out and I said, you know what? I want to send you this. I want you to try this. And she tried it and she loved it. Did she continue with it? She didn't. After a few months, she stopped doing it. We can't help everyone. We can only give them a solution and the tools. But like I said, we have no control over what they do with it after. So unfortunately, she was somebody who identified with her misery and was just not able at the time to see beyond that. And that's fine. She'll be back. Yeah, right. I'm always available. I'm always on here. I reach out to her when I see her struggle as a friend level, not as a Thrive level, because she knows what I bring to the table and she sees me every day now, right? I had a friend of mine who was struggling with anxiety attacks, and she was on medication for it. And I told her, you know what? I want to send you this. I just want you to try this. Keep it on hand. So I sent her a chill. Keep it on hand. And she said, well, I have my medications. I said, well, you know what? Just hold on to this because this is a natural thing here. This is natural for you. It's a great instant stress reliever. Just hold on to it. You never know when you might need it, right? But I recognize that. I'm not selling her anything. This is a good friend of mine for years. I'm not here saying buy this right now and do this. But I wanted her to know that I relate. I understand. I have a solution and it's natural. How great is that, right? So be bold. If you see someone struggling, reach out to them. If you believe that you have a solution for them, right? Don't say, well, I can't do that. Don't even know this girl. She's on your Facebook. You know her. She knows you. That's it. Now you're Facebook friends. That's where it begins, right? You got to start somewhere. Be bold. Don't second guess yourself. Don't second guess yourself, guys. All right. Where are we at? I got my numbers. I made so many notes and I have it like numbered. So bear with me. All right. So basically, when you get hit with a customer excuse, like again, I'm going to keep going with the main one here. It's too expensive. This is where you want to figure out their goals, right? So I found an awesome little script here. So I made little notes on it. Start questioning them on what their goals and their life is about. What is their diet like? Do they work out? What's their water intake? What's their daily caffeine intake? Do they have any allergies? What is their number one goal here? Do they want energy? Do they want weight loss? Do they need mood support? Do they need some help with their digestion? What is their goal? How can you help them? Get to the root of the problem and then move forward, right? And then when they say too expensive, you need to talk to them about their budget. What is a budget in your life right now that you feel comfortable with spending on yourself and investing in your health? They'll tell you whatever their answer may be, and that's where you build the pack for them. I read one lady had talked about how she had a dummy customer account, right? So if you have a dummy customer account, you can pop on there and start kind of putting things together. I don't quote me on that. If you feel uncomfortable having a dummy customer account, feel free to reach out to support and ask them about that. But I believe we are allowed, but I don't want to say that because I'm not 100% sure. But just have an account that you riddle your numbers through from a customer's perspective. And put some packages together. Talk about the auto ship, discounts and things like that. If you go onto the Dream Team page, I'm not 100% sure if it's the old or the new that I got this one in particular from. Just look up hashtag building packages, hashtag packages in the topics. And I believe you'll find like a collection of packages that you can put together for different needs and different price ranges, right? Because we have products ranging from like, $40 to like bundles also. Yeah. Hashtag bundles and topics, right? We have price ranges from like $40 up to like kits for $400. It's a variety of whatever their goals and whatever their budget is, right? So even though it may seem too expensive for them, maybe at this time to grab 4 weeks, maybe they could just grab one product. And that's exactly what they need to jumpstart what their goals are, right? That's what it's all about. It's just solving a problem and understanding, right? Understanding. So where am I? Let's talk about, all right. So that's customers, you guys. I think the bottom line for any customer excuse is to understand, to relate to them, and to be sympathetic for whatever it is they talk to you about. Be genuine, be sympathetic, understand where they're coming from, be relatable. How can you relate to what they're going through, right? Whatever their reasoning is. That is pretty much where it all begins. And then you build the conversation from there, right? Get to the root of the problem, understand, sympathize, and learn and grow and learn about this person and figure out how you can help them, right? So that is for customers. Now we're talking about promoters. And this is kind of where again, what I said in the beginning, this may come off harsh maybe in some ways. And I do not mean that from a place of malice. I do not mean this in a negative way. I do not mean to be, sound mean about it. I'm not a big meanie head here today, okay? I mean this, and I'm saying this with love to not only everyone here this morning, but also to myself, because I took this topic for a reason, right? It's keeping me accountable here today. So I just want you to know that, don't leave here today going, Kayla, what a jerk she is. I'm not a jerk. I promise. All right. So promoter excuses. It's exactly that. Okay. Excuses. You could have a million excuses, but you will not have a million opportunities. And I think that's very important for people to realize, right? Yes, this opportunity is in our lap and it's available to us, but listen, just run with me with this. Okay. Your excuses are a dime a dozen. Your excuses are a penny a dozen. You have a million of them. They're not going to help you in any way. Okay? Not going to help you in any way. 98% of what your excuses are can be corrected, can be fixed. You can do things to get past them. The only person stopping you from growing right now is yourself. I need to make that very clear, right? There are two options in your business right now that you have. There are two options, or there are two ways to be. There are the action takers and the excuse makers. So who are you, right? Who are you right now? It's a matter of, are you going to make progress or are you going to make excuses? What's your goal here in your business? Do you want to progress in your business, or do you want to make excuses for not progressing in your business, right? Are you too busy? Are you too tired? Are you too broke? Are you too lazy? Is it too hard? Is it too much? Is it not enough? Right? Is it too late? Are you too old? Are you too young? Are you too poor? Listen, this opportunity is not a one size fits all. This opportunity can be form fitted to your life, to your ability, to your need, to your goals. But you need to be the one to decide that. So if you're making excuses for yourself right now, and you're not making progress, right? You're not taking, you're not doing the action, you're making the excuses. It's not the opportunity that's failing you, it's yourself. You're letting yourself down, right? So basically, this is how this was deciphered in this particular section that I read. Does this pique your interest, or have you completely committed? Does it pique your interest, or have you completely committed? If you're just interested in something, you're only going to do it when it's convenient, right? You're only going to do it when it's convenient. You're just going to hop on today on this Zoom, and then for the rest of the week, you're not going to show up because this morning you were available and it was convenient. So you hopped on, you listened, you understood, and then you progressed for the rest of the week because you were too busy, you were too tired, your kids had hockey, your husband wanted you to watch TV for an hour with them, blah, 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 right? Listen, if you are interested in something and it piques your interest, you're only going to do it when it's convenient. But if you've committed to it, you're going to accept no excuses. You're all in. You only want to see results. I have 24 hours in my day. You have 24 hours in your day. Everyone on here has the same 24 hours in their day. Okay? We all have it. We all have the same 24 hours. So every excuse that you have for not showing up for your business, there is somebody who's doing 10 times more in their life and still showing up in their business. You're saying, well, my kid has hockey this evening, 7 to 8, and I'm working till 5. This business is not hard. This business is not hard. But if you're scrolling on the toilet for an hour, half hour, scrolling on the toilet on your Facebook, you just missed an opportunity to do your business. You can do it on the toilet, right? Did you ever hear that saying when you go to work, right? Crap on company time. Hello, we could do that too. What I'm saying is there's 24 hours in this day, and you can't tell me that there's any amount of time somewhere in the day that you can't do this, because somewhere out there, there's a nurse who just did a 24-hour shift who is still showing up this month to try to get that rank advancement bonus. Okay, right? We all have the same 24 hours in our day, right? There's a woman who is home taking care of a sick parent who may be on their deathbed, but is still showing up for their business and chasing down these rank advancement bonuses. Life happens. It does, right? But bills don't stop happening. Expenses don't stop coming up. And your business is always here. But if you don't run your business, it's not going to run itself, right? You need to show up. You need to show up. We all have the same 24 hours. All of our circumstances may be different, but we all have the same 24 hours. And I think that's super important when it comes to these excuse busters, is to keep that in mind. If you are, doing this day's worth of Wordle, but you're not posting something or doing something for your business, you've already missed an opportunity to run your business. That's the reality, right? I'm guilty of it. I'm so guilty of that. I will 110% own that, because that is my responsibility, to own my excuses and to recognize that I could have done more. I need to do more. I will do more, right? So if you want change, make it happen. Routine is the key, you guys, okay? Without it, you're just planning to fail. It's not hard to do, but you got to give 100% effort. So why do people fail? Why do people fail in this? They don't show up. They don't plan. They don't create systems for their customer service. They don't have organization in place to check up with these follow-ups, right? This is where your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s is going to help you severely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, severely going to help you. If you struggle with this is routine right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You need to do that, right? They make excuses and they expect handouts, right? Listen, if someone's telling you if this is a scam, prove them wrong. If you hate being broke, get to work. If you hate feeling like crap, take your Thrive and do it right. If you want people to support you, you need to support you first. You are the first person who needs to support you and your business, right? It only takes one person to say yes to light your fire. There only takes one person to recognize the gift that you have to offer for them and to run with it. Do it for them. Do this for that one person whose life you're about to change, right? That's your matchstick. I call that my matchstick. I have a friend of mine who I never knew until Thrive, and I found her in a girls only group. We just connected. She was the first person. She bought my first ever promoter pack, and I called her my matchstick because she created a fire in me that I never stopped running with after. This one person had a goal, and we related and we helped each other and we talked about our goals, and she ordered her Thrive. Unfortunately, she doesn't do it now due to medical reasons, but she was my matchstick, and I always call her my matchstick. She started my fire. And when I got a taste of that, how I helped her, it was truly, truly life-changing for me in my business, in my life. And it grew a passion in me for changing lives. And that was so important to me. So it just takes that one person to light your fire. But to be a leader, you got to show up as one. I'm going to be totally transparent with you. Right now, I have one promoter. And she is not active right now. She is just kind of getting back into it. I've lost several promoters along the way over the last few months. I have one promoter. but I am a leader. I'm coming here today talking to you guys as a leader. I am leading by example. I'm going to teach. I'm going to pour into my friends. I'm going to pour into my one promoter. I'm going to pour into my potentials, and I'm going to do my best to grow. But if I don't show up as a leader, if I want to be a leader, I need to show up as a leader. So I won't say, oh, well, I'm not a leader. I don't have any active promoters right now. Yeah, I am. I'm a leader. I'm a leader straight down to my toes, from my head to my toes, into my soul and out again. I am a leader, and I will lead, and I will grow. But I got to show up as a leader if I'm going to be a leader, right? All right, you guys. So where are we? So here, okay. This is what you need to quit doing right now. I'm almost finished. I promise. So in your business, you need to quit doing these things. Let me make it clear to you. One thing we're not quitting is our business, okay? We're not quitting our business. We're not doing that. Put that off the table. That's already off the table, okay? Quitting is off the table, this business. But let me tell you what you are going to quit, right? I got 4 things that you're going to quit right now. You're going to quit making excuses. Like I said, there's 24 hours in the day, you guys. We all have the same 24 hours. And as brutal as it sounds, 98% of what's stopping you, no matter what, is an excuse. And you're in your own way. We're going to move out of our way. We're going to see the problem. We're going to address the problem. We're going to make adjustments to our lives to make it work for us. Because we can. This business fits in the nooks and crannies of your day. And listen, if your only nook for today is that 15 minutes that you're on the toilet, freaking use that. Use that 15 minutes. Poop on company time. Poop on company time. But that's your time to even just put something in your stories, right? I don't suggest going live while you're on the toilet. That's not going to work. I don't know. Maybe it will. I don't know. Don't go there. We're going to drop that. Pretend I didn't say that. But you can put something in your stories, right? Stop blaming others. Oh, you're welcome, Elaine. You're welcome. Thank you. Stop blaming others for your success or lack thereof, right? If only I had more promoters. If only people would click on my story, respond to my stories. If only someone had if only someone had answered my poll. No one answered my poll yesterday. If only my husband would be on deck with this and supported me right now. If only. There are people who are 200K right now whose upline is no longer doing this business. There are people whose partners may not even agree with this stuff, but they're hitting their 40K, they're whatever, because they believe in it themselves. If you rely on a team to get you to where you need to be, you've already failed yourself. You are the beginning. You are the one that needs to grow your business. You are the one that needs to do the do to get the get. It's as simple as that, right? My partner is totally, like he recognizes what Thrive is and stuff, and he's growing in time, but he doesn't get it, not yet. And that's fine, because I get it, right? I get it. I share it. I love it. And that's how it goes. And I have no apologies. I authentically am so passionate about this, and I share it. And I don't care if my positivity and my love for this product annoys anyone. I don't care. That's a them thing. Like I said earlier, that's for them to be complaining about. Because if they're complaining about that, maybe they need it more than they know. But if you rely on the support of others to grow your success and you're blaming everyone else for your failures, you're selling yourself out. You're selling yourself short, because it all begins with you. To be a leader, you need to show up as a leader. You're the one that needs to build the relationships. It's not on the backs of your promoters. It's not on the backs of your upline. It's not on the back of your family and friends. They are here to help you and support you in time, but you're the one that does the work. You can't sit down and let everyone else do the job. You need to work. Our 200Ks are working. They continue to work, right? because they have to, because this is their business. This is not their upline's business, their downline's business, their husband's business, their friends, their family, their mom, their dad, their sister, their aunt, their next door neighbor's dog. That is not their business. This is your business, and it's your responsibility, right? It's your responsibility. So quit making excuses. Quit blaming others for your success. Quit playing small. Quit playing small. We all come on here, and if you want to thrive for free, that's great. But that's small buttons in a, that's small in a world of big opportunity. Now, if you're content with that, again, that's great. You're welcome, Erica. You're welcome. If that's what you're here for, great. But just know that you have the ability to reach for the stars and get them, right? You have the ability to grow. You have the ability to go on vacations, to have your vehicle paid for, to change so many lives, to mentor so many people to change their lives. You have the ability, the opportunity in your hands to grow so big. $50 a week, that's small buttons. Now, let me say this loosely, because $50 a week is $200 a month. That's amazing. For some people, that's really great when you don't have it. But you have the ability to build a residual income that is so great. You do have that opportunity in your hands. So don't settle for less when you realize the opportunity is there to grow and grow and grow. Thriving for free is great. I always say free shakes taste better. But don't sell yourself out. Quit playing small. Believe in the stars, right? Reach for them. Believe in the stars and reach for them. Lastly, quit giving up. Quit giving up. Quit switching companies. Quit only showing up for the promos. If you only show up for the BOGOs, for the rank advancement bonuses, if you only show up for these things and then you just bail completely, then you're not going to grow. Of course you're not going to grow. You're not being consistent. Quit giving up when the work is important, consistency is important. Quit just showing up for the promotions. They're great. They're great. Promotion, the promos are great to give you that edge in a business you're already working. You need to be consistent on days when there is no promos, because then when the promos come, you get to reap the benefits of something exciting. But promos should not be your only business, the only business that you deal with. Okay? So, recap. Quit making excuses. Quit blaming others for your success or lack of. Quit playing small and quit giving up. Stop it. But never quit your business. Never quit your business. Take that off the table right now, you guys. All right, I'm almost done. I swear. Actually, I'm doing pretty good for time. I'm glad. All right. So just for I just want to quickly, this is my last little snippet for you guys, but I want to thank all of you right now for being here today. I really, truly do. And I hope that anyone isn't offended by this reality check, because I get it. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I get it. I chose this for a reason, you guys. I'm teaching myself like I'm teaching you. I'm yelling at myself like I'm talking to you guys right now. So keep that in mind, that I understand completely. Trust me, I get it. So just remember now, this is the last thing I want to talk about today. We are in a 90-day business. We are in a 90-day business. What you do today will reflect 90 days from now. What you're reaping right now is a reflection of what you did 90 days ago. So ask yourself, have you been 150% consistent for the last 3 months? If not, what is your excuse? What is stopping you, right? And how can you fix it? What can we do? What is your issue? How do we fix it? Because this is where growth begins. Addressing the excuse and looking for solutions, because every excuse has a solution. The onus is up to you on the action that you take going forward. Do you take your excuse and leave it? Often Lisa K. Fuller talked about this. And if you can find this post, I think it's in the old Dream Team. I highly urge you to look for it. But I believe Lisa K. Fuller posted about it. Has your why become your excuse? Again, your children. My kids are my why. But if my baby isn't sleeping for the last week, so I'm too tired to work my business. Maybe my son has tournaments all week this week, so I can't do anything because I'm so busy chasing around tournaments in hockey this week. Has your why become your excuse? How do we fix this, right? Because if sometimes we need to make sacrifices in our business sacrifices in our life for our business so we can fully embrace that life that we want to achieve for our families. Does missing one hockey tournament this weekend so you can work a business or do this, do a living room local or whatever it is that you guys do. If you do something like this and you're sacrificing that tournament this weekend, maybe next year you'll never miss a tournament again, right? So has your why become your excuse? What is the excuse? How do we fix it? That is the mindset that you need to have right now, right? So your business won't build itself, you guys. We have endless resources. We have endless resources available to us, not only on our cloud office, on our team pages. The people are the resources. Our people are our resources. You have uplines, you have sidelines. There's so many of us willing to help you, but how can we help you if you haven't reached out? How can you be helped if you don't ask for it? Get rid of your pride and ask for it. There's no stupid questions, right? There's no stupid questions. So reach out. Go onto your cloud office. I challenge you today to go onto your cloud office and click around if you haven't done so. If you have done so, I urge you to go and talk to an upline about anything that you're struggling with right now and let them help you. Reach out today. Make a list of your excuses, what's stopping you, and then make a list of solutions for those excuses. What can you do to correct that issue, right? Your business won't build itself. If you're not moving forward, then it's your responsibility to reach out, to reach up and be that sponge, right? You need to reflect, you need to educate yourself, and you need to execute. And that is where growth is going to continue to happen. Consistency is key. Routine is key. Excuses, there's a million of them, but they're just excuses. Opportunities, you're not going to get a million opportunities. And that is where we are today, right? You are so capable. And this is my last one I'm going to say here today. You are so capable. You can do this. No matter where you came from, no matter what you're going through right now, you can do this. This isn't hard. It is work. It is not hard work. You can do this. If you have doubted yourself, please reach out to somebody because you need to talk to someone. And we are here to talk to you, to help you grow, to keep you on track to success. One person's success is not going to be the same as another. Don't compare yourself to the person next to you because their story is different. Just because somebody's growing faster than you doesn't mean that you are incapable of doing this. It just means that whatever's going on, their success story is different than yours. Trust in the process, reach out, reach up, be that sponge, reflect, educate, execute. That is the solution to your excuses, yours, your customers, your promoters, your potentials, life in general. All right, you guys. So I hope you all have an amazing day today. It's Motivational Monday. Get out there and motivate, you guys. Stick a quote in your stories today, something to motivate everyone. Mondays don't have to suck, and that is where Thrive comes in. Tell your friends and family that Mondays don't have to suck anymore. It's Motivational Monday. Have an amazing Monday, and I'll talk to you guys soon.